Hello everyone and welcome to Dracology. Today we're talking about pseudo dragons. So they're not quite dragons, but you might think they're dragons. They probably have wings, which is the most weird thing people think about dragons, that they always have wings and that is a requirement. But it isn't. And there are even dragons with feathers, so having feathers and a rugged skin is not always what a dragon is. However, there are some pseudo dragons, and we call them pseudo dragons because they're almost dragons, but not quite yet. So, let's get on with it. The first dragon is the first pseudo dragon is the Cockatrice. The Cockatrice is a perfect example for a pseudo dragon. They stem from a sort of dragon-like species, but a really old prehistoric one. We can't really classify it as a dragon because it doesn't resemble, it's not, look, it's not a dragon compared to these guys, so it's not really a dragon. These guys got a beautiful comb. It's a really bony and fleshy one, so it's not really pretty, but it's a beautiful, it's actually quite amazing that they have such a bony-like, amazing bone structure on their head. It may not look like it, but this guy is 4 meters high, with the comb counted in, of course. So it's 1 meter and this part is 3 meters. A very tall bird, of course. It's still a pseudo dragon, so it's got some dragon-like behaviors, like the bony structure with the flesh. It's quite dragon-like, but as you can see, it's got 2 legs, 2 wings, which is quite normal for dragons. But you can see it's got a sort of neck part that isn't really part of the body. You can see with these guys, it's connected to the body and not like a 90-degree angle. So that's what makes this a bird and not really a dragon. Another thing is that this guy actually lives in a self-built nest. They live in really big trees in the rainforest, and they make these giant nests in those trees. Well, it has to be big enough for 3 of these guys. Well, 2 and then a baby. So yeah, it's a really big nest. Now they build these in I don't know what the tree is called, but they are giant world trees like Yggdrasil, another mythical tree. Now, the Cockatrice has the annoying habit of flying near the coast sometimes, and you really need to be careful because sometimes, even at sea, you can have these poisonous drops from the Cockatrice, and if they hit your ship, they might burn through it. So that might be quite dangerous. Also, it's not very nice to have it on your skin either. So if you see a Cockatrice on sea or near a rainforest, make sure you wear a sort of poison-proof cap, preferably with some dash or something, some base in it, because these things have a sour poison that you can neutralize with bases. Another thing about these Cockatrices is they lay golden eggs, but they don't hatch them themselves. They usually have a toad or something do it, which is quite weird. But yeah, they put toads on their egg, like a million toads, and then that hatches a Cockatrice, a really tiny one. It's about this big, well, this big. And these eggs are, of course, like this big. So yeah. And then you have like a million toads on top of that. Imagine that. That's about it for the Cockatrice. Next week we have the Phoenix, I think. And I hope to see you guys then. Bye!